Good evening, everyone. My name is Delilah Storga, and I'm a student at the University of Texas at Arlington College of Nursing. I am currently enrolled in Master's of Science in Nursing Administration. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to attend my book presentation, The Value of Leadership Conversations, Impartial Fulfillment of the Requirements of Nursing 5343, Nursing Leadership in Complex Health Systems. About the authors of Leadership Conversations. Alan S. Burson is an executive coach, leadership consultant, speaker, and professor. He has held leadership, strategic planning, and marketing roles of Fortune 500 firms, including Gillette, Bausch & Lomb, and Marriott. He is a learning director at Wharton Executive Education and was an adjunct professor at Georgetown School of Business. He lives in Potomac, Maryland. Richard Stiglitz is a business consultant and a speaker. He started, built, and sold a company that helped government and industry executives lead change. Previously, he was a submarine officer in the U.S. Navy and an executive in the aerospace and computer industries. He is the author of 3 books and publishes a monthly leadership e-letter. He lives in Potomac, Maryland as well. Leadership's Conversation, Challenging High Potential Managers to Become Great Leaders. And that's the purpose of this book review today. The book is the ultimate guide to thriving as a high potential manager and climbing the ladder to become a top organizational leader. Rather than engaging in an ongoing race to be heard and or produce short-term results, managers and leaders at all levels must learn how to ask great questions and listen to the answers. To create a culture that places more value on learning than on what people already know, and to foster innovation and strategic thought to achieve long-term objectives. The identified target audience. Leadership experts Benson and Stiglitz share their collective wisdom about leadership transitions. Their review is a useful reminder that leading is about building relationships up, down, across, and even outside the organization, and that frequent, meaningful conversations are an essential tool in building relationships. Reviewers recommend their approach to anyone aspiring to leadership, to new leaders struggling to find balance in this role, and to those who want to help others advance. The strengths of the leadership conversation. Why the transition from individual contributor, IC, that you'll hear me refer to throughout this presentation, to leaders is a professional transformation. How to achieve this transformation and coach others through it. Another strength of this leadership conversations is how to use 4 kinds of conversations to build your team and your leadership strength. Shortcomings of the book. There are a few shortcomings identified with this book. The only obvious downside is that there wasn't a sequel that I could find. Did the authors achieve their objective? Well, as you can see through this presentation and the handouts that I have provided, people use different mindsets and skills when taking action, managing, or leading. And this book helps you identify those mindsets. As you progress from being an individual contributor, the IC, to being an executive, you blend previously acquired skills and knowledge with newly dominant relationship building skills. ICs produce things or services and are known more for technical skills than for conversational skills. Successful managers use conversations to get things done with or through others. Leaders manage but spend their time developing others, crafting strategy, building alliances, and positioning the organization to compete. Leaders ask astute questions and listen well. Managers answer the questions. As a manager and a leader, focus on balancing strengths, yours and your team's. Keep an open mind, embrace diversity and differences in individuals' thoughts, ideas, and experiences. Don't make assumptions. Have discussions together. anyone aspiring to have a successful leadership career in the healthcare industry. This book allows the reader to have true insight as to what it takes to strengthen your skills to becoming a great visionary. According to Gibson, managers and leaders are responsible for protecting, maintaining, and enhancing the assets and integrity of the project, unit, team, or organization. Leaders and managers who can carry out these responsibilities are highly sought by organizations. As the two leadership chapters will illustrate exactly how to carry out these responsibilities.